Hi, I'm Marie Narlock, and this is James Campbell. We're both UC Marin Master Gardeners, and today we're here at Harvey's garden at Blackie's pasture in Tiburon, and James is going to fill us in on all the great things that you can see and do here. So James, can you tell us, first of all, why is the garden called Harvey's Garden?
So it's called Harvey's Garden from a master gardener named Harvey Rogers, who took over this garden back in 1995. When he graduated, he came over to this area and he saw what he called a dust bowl in the summer and a mud bowl in the winter. And he approached the town of Tiburon and said he wanted to make a demonstration garden there. So after many years of cultivating that garden, the town of Tiburon changed it to Harvey's Garden in 2011.
How wonderful. That's really great. And so I understand that you have both the public volunteering as well as master gardeners. So when they do come and they do help you out in the garden, what kind of things do they do and what kind of things can they learn?
So Harvey started that tradition. He's always had a combination of volunteers and master gardeners working, and we do today. We have a lady who comes here only in the winter from upstate New York, and she joins us every year. And Harvey's son, Steve, who's not a master gardener, joins us as well. For us as master gardeners, it's an opportunity to teach all kinds of gardening skills to non-master gardeners, from pruning to irrigation to the best way to plant a plant. And for the master gardeners, there's a lot to learn here. First of all, you have to know your plants, because even though we have little signs, the question you're going to get asked a lot is, what is this plant and will it work in my garden?
Okay.
We also have some members of the pruning guild who come here and work, and they're always happy to work with non-pruning guild members and teach them some of the tricks of the trade. We learn a lot about irrigation and, you know, just the normal things you learn. We had a crabgrass infestation and we had to do some sheet mulching, and so we all learned about that process. So all kinds of things.
Oh, that's great. So James, you have this beautiful space. I'm so in awe of how wonderful it looks all year long. It's just beautiful. How do you decide what to plant and what to pull out, perhaps?
Well, we do have a lot of plants. So Harvey's idea when he started this garden was to give local gardeners an idea of what plants would look like when they were fully grown. It's very difficult to know when you get a 4-inch pot or a gallon pot exactly what the plant will look like when it's full size and how much space to give it in the garden. And I don't know if you're like me, but I want instant gratification, so my tendency is to plant too close together anyway. So Harvey used to pick a lot of the plants. He always wanted to try something new. You know, I don't know if you're like me, but I used to think that if a plant was surviving in my garden, it had a right to be there. But Harvey, if something wasn't in the right place, he was very happy to take it out. He said, you know, right plant, right place was really a philosophy he lived by. He always liked to try new things, and he liked to try things that were really new on the scene that people hadn't seen before, so that people would keep coming back to the garden to see what was there. My co-chair Carol Felton and I have started a new way of picking plants because we don't have Harvey anymore. We're asking all of our volunteers to make suggestions of things that do well in their garden or things that they really would be interested to see how they do here in Southern Marin. So that's how we're doing it now.
Well, thank you so much for sharing these tidbits about the garden. It's just every time I walk by, I'm just so impressed with how great it looks all year long. It's just a lovely, lovely thing you're done for the community and as a teaching mechanism as well.
Thanks, Marie. Thanks for visiting the garden. And I hope other master gardeners and other people in Southern Marin will come by and visit us.